area and just start with this first template. As you can see up here, there is a template option. These are all the free templates that Canva offers you. So with the free option, you do get a variety of free templates, and with the pro option, you get everything for free. Discover is for icons, photos, print products. So if you want business cards, a lot of people create their business cards in Canva because it's a whole lot cheaper. Apps, and then like features like graphs and charts. I'm gonna go down here just to where this template is, and I'm going to open that there. I'm just basically gonna leave it and then open another one, because every time you open your design in Canva, you'll get a new tab. Take a drink. Okay, for anyone new joining, we are recording this, just to let you know, in case you do want to come on the webcam. As I'm recording this though, it should only be recording my screen, so I don't think your face will actually show. So I have this here just for me to refer to after I create it. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm going to delete all this. So it's blank. And actually how I created this in the first place was when you're in Canva, you want to create like an Instagram, just a normal post, you'll go over here to Instagram post and it'll give you a blank slate, which is where you usually start from. My computer is actually going pretty slow. I think this is because of Zoom, but. So starting here, I actually start with elements. So since this specific template has this grid, the full grid, and this area here is so you can drag over photos or colors, and you can just basically fill in the whole background that way. So this is the start of the template. And then I added a gradient. This is kind of like the outer frame, but I didn't use a gradient frame, I just used a gradient square. And then I kind of sized it to fit as best as I could. If I'm working from memory here, I'm gonna do this. See these little purple lines that pop up? This is kind of like an automatic thing Canva does for you. As you're dragging elements, it'll center, it'll show you kind of where they are in the grid of the entire graphic. So if I drag this down, there I know it's centered. And then I will add a white rectangle. And as I clicked that, let me go back. So I added this shape. It's basically a square right now. I'll go up here to where this color box is. Down here, I can see where my brand colors are. These are the colors that are currently in the document. So it'll show up on its own palette. And then I just select white. And then I will size it to just kind of fit the best to where my eyes can see it. Sometimes the grid won't really show up exactly, but I can also move it there. I know it's centered. And then that little rectangle area that goes at the bottom that has my handle in it for Instagram, I will copy, paste the same shape. So I'll just click this shape, copy, Control V, and Control V, paste. Then I'll kind of move this down and then resize it down to its little rectangle shape. And then kind of center it, which it's a little weird, funky area that it won't give me the right grid, which will happen sometimes. It's not perfect, but it works. So I'm going to show you my favorite font that you've probably seen on my Instagram a million times, but I'm obsessed with it, and this is what I've used for this template. So I'm just going to add a heading. This is the different ways people use Canva. I probably don't use it the right way, but I use it the way it works for me. I always start as add a heading, and then I just resize it and go from there, just because it's easier for me. I like to see things big. Then I'll type Josephine from this area here, where you can find your fonts. And I picked Josephine Sans Bold. This is my favorite font right now. I will phase in and out of my favorite fonts, but Josephine's my favorite right now. So this is just going to be like text here and here. And size a little bit. Click that to move and kind of center within here. which this is probably gonna be the closest we're gonna get. And then copy that text. So Control C and Control V, and then Control A. So when you're outside the box, click the text box, Control A. And then I'm gonna make this smaller. Okay, so this here is my Instagram handle, of course. I'm just gonna drag it down in here, this little rectangle right here. If anybody could go on mute, I feel like those work meetings were like, can you please go on mute? It's okay, you don't have to go on mute if you don't want to. This is roughly what I thought I created in my head. I didn't look at the actual one the whole time I created this for this template, but if I actually click over to it, I'm kind of interested to see what it looks like. So I'm gonna go back here, up to my tab. So yeah, that was actually pretty close. Almost, except this handle's a lot smaller. So that's how I created the basic template. Most of the time the handle will be smaller, so I do need to resize that. You can resize a variety of ways. You can drag the square, the area where the text is, or you can just go up here after clicking on your text to the size area. You can either type it in, like I just wanted 16 instead of 16.6. I can also select from this drop down here, or select from the text fonts here. If you don't like Josephine, it's okay. I won't hold it against you if you don't like Josephine. And you can just either start typing whatever font, but you just start typing like A and then scroll. You can actually scroll down and browse to all the fonts. Kind of like play around with different ones. Like if you wanted a script, maybe type of font, which is more of like this kind of font. I don't know, like if you wanted to add extra text at the bottom, it said something cute with some cursive or whatever, you can do that. I Control Z that though. And I'll show you how I use this. So I'm going to actually use this template as if I just opened it, which you guys will always get. We'll all get the links to open these templates after the workshop. So this little area back here with the cute sky and the grass, we're going to go over to the left pane and select photos. So a lot of the times, if you see my graphics on Pinterest, Instagram, a lot of social media graphics, I like to use the images with the computer and the cute items on the desk. A lot of times I find that by actually typing in white desk with items. I have pretty basic search terms when when it comes to the things I'm doing. I literally type out what's in my head. So this one's really cute. As you can see here, it has top popped up Pro. So if you're in free version, it'll say that to you like Pro, and you might not be able to use it. But I think Canva allows you to purchase the images like on a image by image basis. Like if you wanted one image, I think it's $1.99 or something. But for Pro, everything's free within Pro, and it's $9.99 a month. So you just select the image here, and then you'll drag it over to the little area until it kind of takes, and then you just let go. So if you don't like where it is specifically, you can actually kind of drag it to be where you want it. Control Z, because I kind of didn't really care where it was. That's totally fine. Do that again. Drag it over. So it looks good enough to me. Sometimes I'm just not that picky with my images these days because I've fallen down a rabbit hole of hours of just trying to create the same image. So here I'm just going to do some cute text. I don't know, like Canva plus create. Enlarge it. And here's where it gets fun. So I don't like how everything's so spaced out. I'm going to go up here to where it says spacing. Click that, and then you can adjust your line height. So squeeze a little bit together, and then I can also kind of spread out my letters if I wanted to. So actually kind of looks good. And I'll center that, and then I want to change the gradient on here. So I'm going to change this color to this. Then voila, it's done.